Plans for the Project Blue data center are moving forward after the company behind it pitched a new design. This is the massive Amazon data center that remains partially shrouded by a non-disclosure agreement. 13 News reporter Ashley Bowerman spoke with county supervisors tonight about changes to the project that will use less water.
A memo from Pima County Administrator Jan Lesher says Beal Infrastructure will be moving forward with the Project Blue Data Center to be built on 290 acres near the Pima County Fairgrounds. But the path forward will change. The city of Tucson originally would have annexed the land. That would have allowed the use of Tucson's drinking water for a few years, then recycled water for the rest to cool its servers.
You do not come to our desert and disrespect it.
But due to community backlash over a proposed water use equivalent to that of 1,800 homes daily, the city of Tucson withdrew from the deal.
Make it very clear to the community that we're done with Project Blue.
Leaving Beal Infrastructure to go forward with Plan B for the project, which will be to use a closed-loop air cooling system that requires a much smaller amount of water that rarely needs to be replenished.
We do need this infrastructure, absolutely right, but we need to do it in a way that is the right fit for this climate, and doing it in a way that conserves water and that is not using a large amount of water is incredibly important, and I appreciate that they made this change.
The power usage for the project, however, will remain the same. Some power will just need to be reallocated from helping run the data center itself to helping run the air cooling system.
So some of that energy now that was going to go to making server or powering servers and the data center guts, basically, now more of that energy is going to have to be used to just air condition it, like to air cool it.
Tucson Electric Power will be providing the project's power, something Pima County Supervisor Matt Hines says could actually help generate a constant revenue source for TEP, helping everyday homeowners with their bill.
That actually protects against future rate increases, right? Because you have such a huge expansion in the amount of income, what's coming in terms of revenue, that actually sort of buffers against future residential and commercial rate increases, probably for a number of years.
It's a position that contrasts with what Tucson City Council member Paul Cunningham has said about the project.
There was no guarantee that some partial outbuild for the power supply to the data center wasn't going to be passed on to our ratepayers.
After all of the back and forth over this project, you might be wondering why the idea of an air cooling system to save water was not proposed from the start. According to Supervisor Rex Scott, Beal's initial plan would have helped in the development of Tucson Water's reclaimed water infrastructure.
The developer was going to pay for that infrastructure if they had been annexed into the city and allowed to tap into Tucson Water, but that is no longer the case.
Now, Scott says that would have saved the city $100 million. The county expects the cloud-based data center to generate $150 million in tax revenue over the next 10 years. About $60 million will go to the county and the rest to the state. It'll also create 3,000 temporary construction jobs and 180 permanent jobs.